Hey, everybody. Welcome to Mornings with Loretta. And I'm telling you, it's one of those days. But if you know one thing about me, I'm not a quitter. We're going to make it happen regardless of how we start. So welcome. So with 2023 coming to a close, it is time to take a close look at some of the popular home improvement trends from this year and get a preview of what we can expect in 2024. Joining us for the very first time to discuss is the new, not the new, but she's the Chief Customer Officer of ANGI. We know it as Angie's List, but there was rebranding. So welcome, Angie. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. So let me just jump right in there. So what were the top projects homeowners undertook this year? And what should we expect in 2024?
Of course. So we just released the Angie State of Home Spending Report. And what we found in the spending for 2023 is homeowners were spending significantly on their homes. And they were doing projects like interior painting, which is a great way to give your house a fresh new look, as well as remodeling bathrooms and doing a lot of home maintenance. So things like tuning up the air conditioner or furnace, cleaning your gutters, and doing all of those little things that keep your house running smoothly year round and keep you from spending on unexpected expenses when things break. And then when we look into 2024, I like to call 2024 the year of the kitchen. We're seeing kitchens pop up in the top projects. So we see a new appliance installation is being very popular. So I think that's a hangover from the pandemic when people couldn't get appliances. Now they can. So we're starting to see more new appliances coming into play, as well as kitchen remodeling. And then on the exterior, homeowners are looking to stain or paint their exterior of their maintenance, which I love to see because I think that really is one of those ounce of prevention type things that are going to keep them from having bigger expenses down the road.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I could just stay there because we want to definitely talk about how to save money and not to run into those things. But I know DIY for me is one of those things I love doing, but then I end up having to find a plumber or electrician. So do you have any tips to help us plan and budget for home improvement projects in 2024?
Right. January is a great time. Your New Year's resolution should be to go around your house and make a list, not thinking about your budget, of everything that you see that needs to be taken care of in your home, all the way down to that dream new deck you want to build. And then once you have that, then you can lay costs against those to find out how much those projects will cost you. And if you're not sure how much a project will cost, if you go to Angie.com, we have cost guides for every type of project, and you can get a nice range of what it could potentially cost. And then you can lay your budget against those items and determine what's going to make your list this year.
I am so in love with that. Hold on just a second. We are just excited that you are here. And even with our technical problems, we are learning so much, everybody. So our guest is Angie with Angie's List. And I'm going to tell you this. She is here to slay today. So I have one more question because I know you have to go. You have to go. And I know I'm not on the screen, and that is on purpose because we're having issues. We're having issues, Angie. And I'm sure in your industry, you run into this a lot, but you keep going. You build a whole company around it. So how do we know if a project can be considered a DIY or if we truly should call a professional?
Yeah, that's a tough question and one that comes up often. So the first thing I would suggest is that you leave plumbing, electrical, as well as a major renovation to the professionals. Then when you're thinking about projects you might do on your own, think about whether you have the time, the tools, and the talent. So be honest with yourself. Do you actually know what you're getting involved in? Also, do you have the equipment? Because if you don't, you may have to rent it or buy it, which could make your DIY more costly. Then finally, do you have the time? A pro might be able to do a job in a couple of days, whereas you might be stringing together several weekends in order to get it done. Take those under consideration, because the last thing you want to do is to get halfway through a project and then end up having to call in a pro, because that can sometimes be more costly.
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that you said that, Angie. I know you have to go, but we just want to say one more thing, and then
Alrighty, Loretta's looking pretty frozen over there, so I think we're gonna say goodbye.
So let me tell you, something is always going on. And yes, we were having technical problems, but that was Angie from Angie's List. And I'm telling you, life is gonna life for all of us. It happens to all of us. You just have to keep moving. You have to keep pushing. And if you don't quit, I promise you, good things, great things, amazing things will happen. Until next time, we'll see you on Mornings with Loretta. Enjoy your day, everybody.